Madder than sicker than them. Madder than sicker than them. Dreader than dread, dreader than dread. Yeah, but look at me tell them say, yo, say what? We rise up and let them a ball.
Damn, Wagwan is that guy. Yo, holla, what up? How you doing, shiny boy? It's time for a wash pretty soon. Not washing it in this video, but today I am talking to you guys about retwisting freeform dreadlocks. I don't suggest doing it. I don't understand why anyone would want to be doing it, or who's talking people into doing it, locticians out there, but it's not needed. I found a video on YouTube that I wanted to react to regarding somebody getting their dreadlocks retwisted after freeforming them so beautifully. And my only question is why? Without further ado, here's the video. Going right into this dreadlock update video. We got this dude here. Don't know who he is. Channel is MJL Nation. Retwisting freeform locks. And you know, this was the dude's locks at the start before this journey here happened, and I think his hair here looks fantastic. I love to see the freeform, the new growth, the congos that are happening here. What in tarnation? Or is anybody thinking that they want to twist these up? And this video is kind of shocking to me. So here's MBL retwisting using, oh god, beeswax, bumba clots. So anyone that doesn't know, beeswax is a terrible product to use on dreads because it contains petroleum, which is a derivative of oil refinery, and you don't really want to have that shit in your hair. It's not good for you, especially any product from bees. You kind of want to avoid using animal products in your hair as well. Leave the bees be. They're already endangered as they are. We don't need to be exploiting their products from them, killing off the bee population even more than it is. So avoid beeswax as much as you can. So she goes on here, starting with a comb. She got a bag full of metal clips, and if you notice his hair now, it kind of stands up on end. You see a lot of dreads at the back that are looking kind of flat, that would look amazing when they start to come in. These freeforms look to be like probably about a year or so. They're still in the baby dread stage. And essentially this lady goes about and takes a comb, separates. See, this thing for me is these are freeform dreads. You're not supposed to put a comb to freeform locks ever. I mean, it's each their own. You can do it whatever you want. So here she's taking some beeswax, twisting it in and down the dread. More beeswax. And the thing about beeswax is if you end up going to use beeswax, less is always more. Seems like she's just kind of caking it on here. And the reason we don't use beeswax is because it does build up residue. It does retain water within the dreads. It just ends up being gunky. That's why we want to avoid beeswax as much as we can. You can retwist with water. You don't need gel. You can always just use water to retwist locks. And then she goes ahead and she puts a clip, or she twists it more. So what's happening here is she's twisting the freeform lock into a cylindrical product here, a cylindrical dread. What this is actually doing is it's weakening the lock, because we can see the root, how thin it got down at the root. This is going to create thinner roots opposed to these thick roots that are already being created on these freeform locks, and if they were just left to mature, they would be much stronger locks than what any twist could do. So my question here is, why are we going from freeforms to twists? Is it this man's choice to do this? I don't know the reasoning behind it. And then we can see here the clip goes into play, and this is just the first of many, if not hundreds, of clips that are going to be used on dudes' hair. So as the video goes, you basically do the same procedure over and over, just twisting beeswax hair clips, twisting beeswax hair clip. I guess it's beeswax twisting hair clip. Pretty much along the whole way, and you know, it's kind of nuts. You can see the pulling on the scalp that's happening. So this procedure, you know, does cause stress. It is gonna hurt this dude's head after a while. Plus you got to sit there and boredom for however long this is gonna take. I just couldn't fathom myself going through this process ever again. I mean, I've never had my hair twisted in general ever, but I could never imagine myself doing it. I've sat there through my interlocking and done my own interlocks over and over, and it's hard enough. It takes, you know, a few hours to do it. So I know that sitting here, you know, your neck starts to hurt, your back, your butt starts to hurt. Everything just kind of starts to get sore after a while. So here we go. A lot of hair clips being put in to kind of keep things at bay. It's essentially the same look over and over. Got some shots here of this guy's locks looking pretty righteous at the front. So we're seeing now the difference between a twisted dread and these freeform dreads. We can see that, you know, even the freeform dreads look pretty neat considering, you know, they're freeform, and how this one is now, you know, neat because it's twisted. The ones at the front honestly look the same as these new ones she's putting down here. So she's using water as well on this little bit of a retwist going on here, pushing his head around. You can see it in his eyes, you know, it kind of hurts sometimes. Just twisting and twisting and twisting, nice and tight, nice and thin. I like this shot here. Like, look, I love the way his locks are standing up and being all crazy. Like, this is pretty unique. The second you start retwisting like this to make them lay down flat, it's not unique anymore. I mean, hundreds of people have hair like this, thousands, millions of people have dreads like that already. Why wouldn't you want to keep the uniqueness on the top that's going on there? We can see this guy does have a front taper as well. My whole thing about retwisting dreads is how uncomfortable it must feel with all these metal locks in your hair, all these metal clips in your hair, especially after getting your hair pulled for so long, your scalp pulled, and then getting put under the heat dryer, the hair dryer for so long. They must get really hot and they can burn your scalp. So you got to be careful with what's going on there. We can see here just how many hair clips it's going to take. Holy crap. It seems like a lot of effort to go through just to have dreads. Honestly, dreadlocks are supposed to be an effortless hairstyle. It's supposed to be carefree. So when people start going through procedures like this, it just kind of defeats the purpose, to be honest. No disrespect to the loctician here or the dread that's getting his hair done, but it's kind of useless to be doing this, and it just looks like a waste of time, to be honest, and a waste of money, you know, and just uncomfortable and annoying and painful. And imagine having to wear a head full of clips like this. Holy shit. It kind of looks like Eraserhead for a second there. Not Eraserhead, but what's that Halloween guy with the fucking nails coming out of his face? Hellraiser, that's the guy, Hellraiser. And he's just, ouch. That must look like it hurts wearing all those clips so tight like that. And then the final look here, just a head full of metal. And he ruined the freeform look that was going on there. Look at this. And look at his face. He's so pissed. Because you can see that when she pushes down on all the metal clips here, like boom, right here. Watch. boom, like that. He's like, ow. It's like, ow, don't don't touch, it hurts. Oh God. Yikes. Oh fuck. And then here comes the worst part. The blow dryer. Sitting in the blow dryer, putting heat on all this metal on your head. Don't stay there too long, it's gonna burn. It's gonna freaking burn. That's crazy. Can't believe it. Oh my God. Next video coming out, me retwisting my freeform locks for the first time. Honestly, I couldn't. I don't even think it's possible. Tell me how I would get a dread like this twisted. It would ruin the formality of my dread. It would be just like it honestly would ruin my locks if I would do it. You know, imagine getting my Congo dread here retwisted. You know, this motherfucker is thick. I couldn't twist this if I wanted to. It just wouldn't work. And if I did, it would just ruin everything that I was working on back there. It's just blows my mind. And I thought that would have been a good video to react to there. So just my it's just my 2 cents. Everyone's open to free will and their own interpretation of what they want to do with their locks. So no big deal. Just thought it was kind of entertaining. Dreadutaining there. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this video and this procedure. Would you ever retwist your freeform dreads? And if you do retwist your locks right now, how often do you get them retwisted and how much does it cost? I'm gone. I'm signing off. Not Locks, Not Nation out. So you know what it is. Peace out, one love. And I'll see you guys next time for the next dreadlock update. So until then, adios. Peace.
Madder than, sicker than them. Madder than, sicker than them. Dreader than dread, dreader than dread. Yeah, but look at me tell them, say, yo, say what? We rise up on a left, them